Alright, here we go. One last review for the Ultimates Minimates, and then we're done. This is Ultimate Iron Man and Ultimate Hulk. I have to say, these two have some of the best artwork on the box for any Minimate. That Iron Man just looks just amazing. And the Hulk isn't looking too shabby himself. The result of his father's experiments, Tony Stark possesses neural tissue throughout his body, making him one of the smartest men in the world. After adapting his father's biotech armor for long-term use, he joins the Ultimates as Iron Man. After injecting himself with the experimental super soldier serum, scientist... Wow, that's a tongue twister. Bruce Banner transformed into the monstrous Hulk. Eventually able to control his alter ego, the Hulk continues to fight as a hero when not hiding from the world that hates him. So, here is Ultimate Hulk. A pretty okay figure. He's not the greatest, but I'll get into why later. Alright, his face. He has a pretty fantastic face. There's a lot of detailing on it, as per usual for the Ultimates so far. He's got one squinting eye and one eye that is just really open, and he looks pretty crazy, which I really, really like. He is very, very angry looking, as you can see. His mouth is wide open, and he is, well, he's just very angry. There is not much else detail on the face. He's got some veins, if you can see that, which you can't because it's not focused. Alright, he's got some veins there, which really help the look of the angriness. He's got another vein there. Just really, really awesome looking. So his hair is pretty unique because, I guess since Bruce Banner's hair would just look like, normal on the Hulk, since I guess his hair doesn't grow along with the Hulk, which actually makes a lot of sense. His hair is shorter, and it kind of gives the look of a, not a mohawk, but that's kind of what it looks like. It's very unique, and I really like this look on the Minimate. So down here, he's got his big old chest piece. Looks really great. A lot of more detail. I guess a lot more detail would be more correct. He has some more veins on his chest. Again, the figure has nipples. I always find it very weird when Minimates have nipples because it's just a bit creepy. Very nice detailing on his chest to show the muscles and just kind of oddity of the Hulk. Now, they made a lot of attempts to make this figure bigger than most Minimates. Most of them don't look so good. So here he's got these arms, which are kind of bizarre looking. They're kind of like... Actually, that's exactly what they look like. Hulk hands. Like the hands that you buy for your kids, the Hulk hands. That is ridiculous. That is really funny that the Hulk has Hulk hands. He does have alternate hands, but that's just stupid. He does have some detailing on his arms. He's got a line there. That's the only thing he has on that arm. And then he has, I guess, some more veins there, which really does help the look of the figure. Again, to help the figure's size, they give him this little swirly thing that boosts him up a little bit. They gave him this, hold on, let me take that off. They gave him this little piece here. Let me try and get that off. Alright, I can't get that off. But that's another attempt to make his body look a bit bigger. Let me put that back on again. Put it on there. And let me compare him with another Minimate. Here is the Hulk and Captain America. You can see there's not much of a difference, but let me put them back to back. He is a bit bigger, but not too much so. They did give him the duck feet, but I usually toss them away. The only figure that I still have them on is the movie Hulk. So, those are the duck feet, and I took them off. And you can actually see that they are about the same size, even with the the duck feet off. You can see there that they're pretty much the same size. So I guess that would give him a little bit more of a boost, but not much. So his pants are detailed. They're just regular jeans. They are ripped. I do not like the rips in this because there's no lines indicating where the rips should be. They pretty much just painted them gray to match the skin. And it looks very sloppy, especially up close. Backwards a little bit, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't know. Also, I think the color blue that they chose is a little bit too light, and I'm just not that big a fan. Now, another problem I have with this figure is, again, with the hands and the attempt to make him look big. He looks big in some places, but he looks skinny in others, and it looks really, really bad. For example, the chest piece and the hands. The arms look super skinny, and it just doesn't look good. And then you got the whole top part is bulky, and the bottom is not. And it just really does not look good together. But there is more. You can take pretty much everything off this figure. The chest piece, the arms, and the little thing to boost his height. And you get a totally different figure underneath. He has chest detailing, so he looks just as muscly and stuff as his bulky piece. And I gotta say, he actually looks much better like this than he does with the chest piece on, because he is much better proportioned. Sure, he'll be not as tall as other figures. In fact, he's probably a little shorter than some. Yeah. I mean, look, he doesn't look like he can take Iron Man on. But yeah, it's still, I think, just a much better looking figure aesthetically. Maybe he kind of looks like, maybe mid-transformation or not as powerful. But I definitely think it looks much better. Even if you take the big Hulk hands off, he looks maybe better with the regular hands. If this figure didn't come with Iron Man, there's no real way I could have recommended this particular figure. Alright, so here we have the final character, Ultimate Iron Man. This is definitely one of the better figures in the Ultimate wave. He's just truly awesome. Alright, so here we got the helmet. It is really cool, just red. It's much smaller than most other Iron Man helmets that we have in Minimate form. He's got a nice, cool gold faceplate. That is, in fact, the only place on him that the color gold shows up. Actually, that's not true because he has these shoulder things right here that are gold. So yeah. But you can see here from the picture, it looks more of a bright yellow color than anything else. So I kind of would have rathered it to be yellow than gold. Like I said before, the mask is actually very small. It's actually very short. So in some places you can see the head underneath, like there. This is me holding him up straight. You can see the face underneath, which is kind of annoying, but it's not that noticeable. So speaking of the face underneath, let me show you that. So here is Tony Stark. Definitely not as great a face as the movie Tony Starks or some of the other comic-based Tony Starks we've seen, but it is very good. Now, I haven't read the Ultimates in quite some time, so I don't remember what the green goop is for. But it is all over his face. It is not painted in the lines, but that's okay. It does look very cool. Let me show you some more. He has more on his forehead that is blocked by his hair. His hair. Focus on his hair. Focus. It's not listening to me. So yeah, his hair is blocking it. The hair itself is actually really nice. I like it. It is very nice looking, and it fits the version of the character. I'm not sure if it's completely comic accurate, but it is very nice nonetheless. So down we go to his chest piece. If the figure's leaning to one side, that's not the camera, that's actually the figure. He can't stand straight up, which is kind of weird. Anyway, he has a chest piece, not a complete chest piece, which I do like. It is not like the regular Iron Man. It's kind of like the Iron Patriot, and even the suitcase armor has the one-piece armor. It does look very good. Nice reds and grays and stuff like that. It's got a little reactor there. It's got some lights up there. On the back, more lights. It's got this thing which flips down. I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but definitely looks cool. It's got some detail in there, but not really needed for anything. If you couldn't guess, it does limit his articulation, which kind of stinks, but at least his arms go up that far. So he has these nice gloves. They're very cool looking. They got some weapons and stuff on them. Very cool. Now, I do actually have a minor problem with this figure, and that's actually has to do with the art on the front. As you can see here, his eyes and the lights and the arc reactor are all lit up, and he looks really awesome. They're really, really bright, but on the figure itself, they're not so bright looking. I mean, I know they couldn't put any like LEDs in, but I would have liked maybe a brighter color, or if they did it in maybe like a metallic kind of color, just something to make it look as awesome as it does on the box. So below the waist, he's just got that, no extra piece over that to make him look bigger. He's very bulky looking on his legs, which is really nice. He's got these, which the most of the Iron Men have from like Iron Man 1 and stuff like that. More detailing down here. His boots are really big, kind of like Thor's boots, only these do have pegs in the bottom, which is really good. They're really detailed. I really, really like these boots. Now, there are two problems with this figure. This little arm here likes to fall off, just randomly. Same with this boot. It is very loose. I don't like it when I'm just trying to pose the figure and boom, he just like falls out of his foot. So, like most Iron Men, he has an alternate mode, and let me show you that. So here is the figure without the chest piece, his helmet, or his gloves on. He looks very cool. It's definitely worth checking this out, taking the armor off. Other than like the Iron Man 1 and Iron Man 2 Minimates, where there's pretty much just like circuitry or whatever underneath the chest pieces, but this one actually has a little bit of his chest. You could see the kind of suit that he wears. I guess the nano suit or whatever it is that he wears. Biomech armor. He's got more of this slime stuff. Maybe Slimer slimed him, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember what the stuff is. But yeah, it's definitely very detailed, and you can see some other detailing on his arm here. He's got some plus symbols there. Again, he's got fingerless gloves, which are probably reused from Thor. It's just very nice looking. Something that I always love is detailing on the back, and this figure has it. So yeah, this is definitely one of the better Minimates from the Ultimates line. Like I said, the Hulk is not a great figure at all. He's pretty disappointing. This Iron Man is so worth it. It is really great. It's really worth adding to your collection, or if you have kind of a little Iron Man Hall of Armors, I'm sure it'll look great next to the movie Minimates, the comic Minimates, stuff like that. He just looks really, really awesome. Alright, so that was the Ultimates. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I enjoyed making them. But let me just do a little recap here. Captain America and Shield Agent, unless you're a completionist or you really like the Captain America or the Shield Agent, I would have to give it a pass. Thor and Nick Fury is a great 2-pack. This one is the only pack I can really recommend fully, because these are two of the greatest Minimates right here. Really great. Pick them up, if you could still find them. And then Iron Man and Hulk. Iron Man is a great figure, but he's not without his flaws. And Hulk is a very below average figure. I would say if you were... if you wanted this set for Hulk and you're not a big Iron Man fan, I would say pass. But otherwise, get it for Iron Man and just be warned about Hulk. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I have a lot of really great stuff to review soon.